For the Southern California Prep Insider, I'm Keith Mulder here for the Best of the Rest basketball podcast. Yes, we're breaking down all the best of the rest of the LA City section from D5 to D4 to D3 to D2. It's going to be a doozy of a season for sure. As I mentioned, moving to Missoula, Montana, so this podcast will be somewhat short-lived, but I'll give you the best of the rest, folks. Don't worry, I'll give you all the best from some of these other divisions. Taking a look at last year's playoffs. A lot of great teams. There weren't really any surprises in terms of championship winners from D5, 4, 3, and D2. Literally all the number one seeds took home titles, but there were some mix-ups in who exactly played the top seeds. We'll get into that right now. By the way, before I start, some of these stats not exactly accurate because, teams playing tonight, and by the time the podcast posts, the whole drill. Some stats not accurate, so we're just going to give you a little taste. Don't take anything too seriously. But either way, also some teams moving up divisions, teams moving down. There's a lot of changes here. So teams that were good last year could not be so good this year due to added competition. We'll see. Either way, in D5, New Designs Watts with an 87 to 80 win over Schmidt Tech, the 7th seed in the tourney actually. The 11th seed, Aspire Lynn, a great year last year, a great squad to watch, definitely underrated. Taking a look at D5 this year, Cal's Early College, powerful offensively, but things are still to take shape. League games coming, in a month or two, so don't take too much into preseason. USC Hybrid and Triumph Charter also could be big players in that D5 division. Moving on to Division 4, Chavez as well won the title, 62-61, a close win over Hawkins, another 7th seed in the title game. So many upsets in that bracket. It was mind-boggling, really, to keep track. Looking forward to seeing some more this season, especially the D5 champ, New Designs University Watts, and Aspire Lynn, who've moved up. It's going to be an exciting one for sure. Our leader thus far, undefeated at 3-0, allowing just 33.3 points per game defensively. Jefferson, Animal Robinson, once they get their football players back, Marquez as well. Look forward to seeing what they can do. Division 3, Tyree Winburn, a guy that, absolutely lit it up week after week and was really the reason Van Nuys was as good as they were because of him and his playmaking ability. Also, Coach Porter, got to give a shout-out to him. He coaches a really great squad over there, but Winburn, he was the meal ticket. He was the guy that was going to put up 30 with ease. Oh my goodness, wow. I haven't seen an electric score like that in ages. Either way, though, he's now lighting it up at Riverside City College. Watch out for him, the Tigers. So Coach Porter, though, he's going to make sure to get these guys back on track, even though Winburn was a big loss. Either way, though, things are different this year as well for a couple other teams. Locke, Hawkins, Verdugo Hills, Mendez, all could be in the running for the title. Again, things too early to tell, but last year Banning and Monroe were in it. Things were changed. Teams are moving up. Division 2, this division it's going to be extremely tough, to say the least. You'll have to earn your spot in this title game because there's a lot of teams that last year were really good in the lower divisions. Now they're in D2. So, last year, a talented Gardena squad, the number 3 seed, upset Carson in the final. This year, Roosevelt, Kennedy, Chatsworth, Hollywood, Banning, Eagle Rock, a couple teams to shout out who could all be top performers. Speaking of teams, or rather players, shall I say, to watch out for, senior Juan Gonzalez for Cal's Early College. He's only 5'9", but scored 22.3 points last season, and now is 21 per game this year. 5.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and I don't know if this is exactly accurate, but 8.6 steals per game. I mean, it's early on, so you can see it, but he can hit the 3. Not necessarily a strong suit. Watch out for Juan Gonzalez from Cal's EC. Senior Roy Clark from Fremont averaged 19.3 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 3.5 steals, and also 38% from downtown. Watch out for Fremont and the 6'4 guard. For Schmidt Tech, junior Brian Cruz would not have, they wouldn't have done what they did without this kid. 5'5", believe it or not. But he brings it in the paint, a sophomore. He averaged 18.7 per game. As a sophomore, shall I say. He hit 68 of his 137 three-pointers. That's 50% right there. So this guy can hit it from downtown. Also a great defender, but mainly known for hitting his outside shot. Fremont as well, going to rely on a guy, senior Kerry Page. Fremont looking to make a run at a city title for sure. Page last year, 18.5 points per game, 9.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 6'6", or rather, shall I say 6'5", but needs to work on those free throws. Hit those free throws at the line. You're leaving a lot of points down there. Junior Dave Cheatham, guy for Uni that last year, 17.4 points per game, 8 rebounds, a stacked squad last year. Going to be stacked as well this year. Rayshon Crutcher also, a guy got a shout out. I actually called his game at El Camino College, a guy that for Uni was fantastic. Him as well as Richard Wilson, both playing over at El Camino Junior College. This year, David Cheatham, 20.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Watch out for University. Junior Eric Campos, another junior, averaging 31 points per game thanks to 14 threes for Triumph Charger out of Sylmar. Last year he had 16.6, so he's moving up. Senior Miguel Valdez for Sun Valley, 13.1 points per game last year. Watch out for him this year. Replacing McLeod as well as some of these other seniors that left for Manual Arts is Travis Dowdell, averaging right now 25.3 points per game. Senior Isaiah Young, 22.7 for Anima Robinson. Isaiah Demray, 15.3, the junior for AR as well. And then the senior for Downtown Magnets, Miller Telebrico, 22.5 per game after averaging 17.2 last year. He hit 30 of his 79 threes. Free throw percentage also much improved. Last year was 67, this year 83. Senior Joe Amaro, 22.2 per game, 12 made threes for Spiral Lynn as well. Spiral Lynn, junior Adam Cabral, 13 points per game, 6 threes. And then for Chatsworth, Noah McKenzie, 14 points per game this year, 16.5 last year, 5.3 rebounds, accurate from three-point range. Usually loves to go to the line, slash inside. He hit 125 free throws out of 184 last year. If you can improve those free throw makes, watch out for Chatsworth. For Sylmar, senior Ricky Jaime, 13 points per game, 2.7 assists, 42% from downtown. Last year he had 16 points per game and also hit 53 of his 135 threes, roughly around 40%. Junior Isaiah Mitchell, a guy for Hawkins to watch out for, 16.3 points per game, 5 rebounds. Not a great three-shooter, 28 for 113 last year, but he can get to the line and also hit his mid-range shots. Senior David Arauda, 15.9 per game, 3.5 assists. Big three-point guy, 34 for 65 last year. Also going to hit it at the line. If he can stay healthy, watch out for Roybal and Rhoda. Senior Eric Panosian, 15.2 points, 3.8 rebounds, and wow. 479 field goals attempted last year, including 326 threes. 326. This kid likes to play. 107 of those he made last year out of 326. Not the greatest. High volume guy, looking for some high volume points. Senior Rafael Martinez for Anima Watts, double-digit score all of high school, 14 last year, 5.4 rebounds, 2.6 steals. Another high-volume guy, low percentage though, 32 for 144 from downtown, 22% from beyond the arc. He's got to improve for sure. And then looking at Math and Science College Prep senior Brandon Walcott, 17 points per game, very good from him. Senior Luis, from Rivera, 16 points per game. The sophomore Amir Evans from Anima Watts, 7 threes, and right now averaging 13 points per game. For Verdugo Hills, a couple of guys to watch out for. Junior Nick Garone, 15.8 points per game, 8 threes. Edgar Satarian, right now 15.6 points per game, 11 threes. For Mendez, Zarian Smith, Kevin Vargas, Danny Roque, double-digit points per game. Vargas and Smith combining for 17 threes early on. And then finally, our last team we got a shout-out, Central City Value, Rodney Guillory, 20 points per game, 7 threes. Nathan Cardoza, 14 points per game, 6 threes. And then Algio Antonio with 14 points per game and 4 threes. So right now it's a little bit early, but just want to shout out a couple of those guys out. This is the BOTR Basketball Podcast. I'm Keith DeMolder. My voice is gone, folks. Make sure to check out some of these other podcasts. We'll have some more for basketball season. Keep it here on the Southern California Prep Insider. And as always, Thanks for watching.